after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And they're going to speed things up here. Play fake for Charles. Now Smith. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. Takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And now here comes Kansas City. They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game. But here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game. And if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit. Try it that way.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Throwing on third down, Smith. They complete it to Hill. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and then even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine. You know, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that'll get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction. And then you have the OTAs and minicamps. You get to see them on the field for the first time. And we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins. And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
They come out here in the eye. A first down carry here for Charles. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
Screen pass to Charles. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now Smith. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. And some room to work. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. And Denver getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. To throw on second is Simeon. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Simeon completes it to Norwood. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They come out here in the eye. Simeon's going to keep it. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Well, if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 5, maybe you think about the field goal there. But on 4th and 1, this is a way to tell your offense, hey, I believe in you. You can do this. And sure enough, they're going to pick up the first down.
On the right side, caught by Green. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Second down now after the pass completion.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From the red zone now, Simeon. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Throwing on third down, Simeon. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And McManus able to put it through. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Harris has it over the middle. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40. And quickly, they get to the line. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now it's Smith. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Smith. And that is incomplete.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are close to finishing off this football game. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They run again on 1st down. Anderson. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move. Hurry up. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. The D can only stop it 1 more time as they take the knee. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
We got three. Let's go. Green 39.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do